Good morning, guys. I have been looking forward to doing this trail since the start of my trip. Having a little bit of knee problems, but I think it's going to be okay. I am at Hocking Hill State Park in Ohio. Long way from home. I'm on the Camp Access Trail right now. And it's a pretty good descent. And a little slick right now. It's early in the morning still. We're going to start with the Old Man Caves Trail. So these are one-way trails. They've set them up as one-way trails to reduce traffic, since some of the trails get pretty narrow in spots. Which means once you're in it, you're in it. Here's the A-frame bridge. So it was 0.1 mile from the campground on that access trail to get to this point. Wow, that's a long ways down there. I think I'm gonna head over to the visitor center first to kind of get my bearings. Now they have a big parking area up by the visitor center if you didn't want to take that camp access trail for some reason. Opens at 10. I guess I'll do the visitor center on the way back. All right, so I came off the camp access trail, then crossed the water using that A-frame bridge. Then I walked up to here, which is right in front of the visitor center. Because these are one way, it looks like my choice is to go this way along the Gorge Entrance Exit Trail. Then I'll be on the Grandma Gatewood Trail. And looks like I'm gonna have to continue around that way, and then I might can cross over in one of these areas to get to Old Man's Cave, which is here. But looks like there's other things to see along the way. I'm just gonna follow the signs. This should be a fun little trail. A lot of steps. Well, they don't leave you much choice. Let's go this way. Wow, this is pretty cool in here. It is a Monday. I've heard that this trail can get really crowded. Now, I did get out early. I think it's about 8:30, 8:40, something like that in the morning right now. And it's pretty quiet. These are neat little steps. Walking under that A-frame bridge that we crossed over. I love all the mosses and lichens. Look at this. Almost Jurassic. It's neat. Ooh, this should be fun. Oh, this is cool. Ooh. Can't see. That was cool. All right, so it looks like I can go this way to see Lower Falls, or I can continue on over this bridge to Old Man's Cave. I'm just gonna continue to Old Man's Cave. Another tunnel. This trail is so neat. It's cool. This recessed cave was named for the old man Richard Rowe, a recluse who made the cave his home in the 1800s, and is a part of the scenic Hocking Hills State Park. Hocking comes from the Wyandot Indian word Hocking, referring to the Hocking River's bottle-shaped gorge near Lancaster. Streams and percolating groundwater carve the hollows and caves. So it looks like I just came from D, walked up this way, and I'm now at V. And according to the directions, I have to go back up this way. It's starting to get crowded. The waterfalls are all dry. Just trickles. Well, I guess I just have to follow the arrows. That's not much of a waterfall. This is just beautiful. I'm going in circles. So now I can go to the lower falls. Had to retrace my steps a bit. Oh boy. Lower Falls. Not much of a fall, but it's still pretty, and I love the sound. Oh my gosh. Screaming kids, I'm trying to let them get way ahead of me. Steep steps. Oh my gosh, I can't even see. There's a first step here somewhere. Oh my God. I got away from the group with the kids a little bit. The one child is super young. I don't know how old. And he was having a hard time. I mean, those are some steep steps. And he was crying, didn't want to do it. The father wasn't having any of it. He actually was not very nice about it. And then the mother ended up carrying that kid up all those steps. I would not recommend this trail for kids under 5 unless you intended to carry them a little bit. All right, we are back at the A-frame bridge, and I'm going to go back to camp and get some lunch. So that access trail coming up it It was about the only time I broke a sweat on this hike. Oh my gosh. I'm camped really close to the trailhead. I put my tent down before I left just because there's so many campers here. Too many opportunities for at least one of them maybe being a thief. So I didn't take a chance. But you can see how we're just kind of packed in here. And that is my campsite. But I didn't come here for the camping, I came for the trails. Here's the back of my site. Neighbors. There is electric. A fire pit. That's the neighbor's fire pit. There's my picnic table and my fire pit. Another neighbor's picnic table and fire pit, and their electric, and where they park. No water spigot at the campsites. I know there's some water here somewhere, I just gotta find it still. They do have a place to dump your gray water. Well, I just realized I never did go inside that visitor center. Went by there like 3 times, doing my little circles. I'll get by there before I leave here. It's a little chilly. I may have to put a long sleeve on. Just putting my jacket on. Well guys, I'm hoping the weather is going to let me do this, but I am going to make sort of an Asian inspired soup with some veggies and a mushroom dashi. Then with it, I want to fry up some tofu. We'll see how it goes. So I've encrusted the tofu with some cornstarch and Thai seasoning. I'm using sesame oil, and I'm going to saute up some ginger and garlic, remove that from the pan, and then fry the tofu so I get those flavorings in there. The tofu is getting a nice crust on it, and I chopped up a bunch of mushrooms, a little bit of scallions. I'm just going to basically put some end pieces of the veggies into water to create the broth. So to help the broth along, I'm going to add a little bit of this better than bouillon paste. I've never had it before, so hopefully it won't run it. I don't think it will. My Asian spice mix was quite hard, so I think I finally got enough out of there. Sun is starting to peek out just a little bit. The wind has died down. I'm just straining this off into the rice maker, and boy, am I making a mess. I am going to add my veggies and noodles and a little bit of water to this rice maker. All right, the noodles are down there in the bottom. There you go, you can see them there a little bit. I also added the ginger and garlic that I sauteed in there. And snow peas, I almost forgot the snow peas. I'm guessing that'll take around 35-40 minutes. Probably closer to 35. I've made this before and it seemed like it was about 35. It's taking longer than 35 minutes. I'm sure there are different factors that come into play, like altitude and humidity and that sort of thing. But it is starting to get hot and steamy, and I can smell it, so I don't think it's going to be too much longer. I'm starving though. I'm trying so hard not to eat this tofu. It's just been sitting here. I've been looking at my maps and my next stop, how long that's going to take. I'm going to be switching time zones as I head west a little bit. So I got to remember to take that into account. Well, the green light has not come on, and I feel like it's been long enough. I'm gonna check it. All right, it does look done. Look. Where's a carrot? That'll be the. Oh. Yeah, this looks good. Yep, I'm gonna eat. Completely filled my bowl. I just need it to cool down a little bit. It's delicious. Little bit I tasted of it, it's still pretty hot. It's spicy hot, like really spicy, which is good because I'm a little chilled after taking that jacket off, and the spices will warm me right up. I'm making a bit of a mess, but look how dark this broth is. It really has a lot of depth of flavor too. I'm happy with how this turned out. Good morning, guys. It's cold this morning. Right now it's about 58 degrees, and the high today is only supposed to be about 73. Which for this Floridian is cold. So I'm getting a fire going. I have some sweet potatoes I'm wanting to cook up in the coals, and I'll have those for the next couple days to snack on, put in wraps, that sort of thing. It feels good next to the fire. Got my sweet potatoes on. I think the fire's kicking up a little too much, so I may have to move them off to the side. I'll just keep spinning those sweet potatoes so that one side doesn't get burned before all sides get done. I needed to burn the firewood because the next state over has strict firewood transportation laws. I want to make sure that I'm in compliance with those and get this burned up before I leave here. Well, they weren't cooking, so I have them right down in the coals now. Well, it tricked me. They are definitely done. But I bet they're gonna taste really good. And I'm just wanting the flesh out of the inside of them to make like a spread out of for like wraps and things like that. Oh, it smells good. I didn't know they were gonna be yellow fleshed. Yeah, they're like mildly sweet. It's like perfect. It's not too sweet. Yeah, I might eat one of them right now. Yeah, those are really good. They have that smokiness, which I wanted. I am heading over to the visitor center and check it out.
Where'd they go? Upstairs or what? I think they went to Jim's bathroom. We don't have enough.
It's a nice visitor center. Really nice. So here's the deal, guys. I had 2 more stops planned after this one. And I've been nursing a sore knee for a while now. And I didn't get to do as many trails here as I really would have liked. There are a bunch of trails here. There's Ash Cave, the Rock House, Cedar Falls, a bunch that I want to come back here someday and do those. I ended up canceling my last stop. So I have one more, and I have a trail that is pretty difficult, I think, that I want to do. So I'm trying to save my knee. Mainly it's my left knee, but when I get back to Florida, I'll be able to rest it up and be good to go again. Oh my God, this is a steep climb. The trail I did do here is their most popular trail, that Old Man's Cave trail. But there's just so much more to see. And I want to come when the waterfalls are flowing. Oh my gosh. Traffic. I'm about halfway up this thing. I gotta come back down here later and get water. They don't have water at each individual site, even though they have electric at most sites. Well, I'm going to be getting in bed early tonight because I'm getting up very early in the morning. I'm going to leave here right about sunrise to get to my next stop. It says it's about a 5 or 6 hour drive, but I plan to stop along the way, and so I have to go through Columbus, Ohio, and Indianapolis. My next stop is in Indiana, so I just want to give myself plenty of time and get an early start. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. I didn't get to do as much as I wanted here, but I can come back here. Now that I know the place a lot better, I can have a plan as to which hikes I'm gonna do and pick the right time of year. Although it's been nice weather other than a little bit of rain and stuff. I mean, the cold is better than being over hot, you know. Yeah, soon it'll be fall. By the time you guys see this video, no, I don't think it'll quite be fall yet. Maybe it will be. I don't know. We'll find out. Bye, guys.